welcome back to Advanced Dungeons & Dragons 2nd Edition, Dark Sun, Chapter 2, Wake of the Ravager. The last left off, well, it seems like the baddies found us. Realize Yansu died. Should be able to resurrect. 500 experience points. A whole bunch more levels. Go somewhere. Hold on. We need to go to the meeting room next to Matthias' quarters so we can decide what to do next. Oh. Come with me, I'll have you strong as a mountain in no time. Thank you, appreciate your care. Honestly, I'm glad I'm here. What are you gonna do? What are you afraid of? Prejudice against magic, fail. Suffer your fun, I'll cure your wounds. Stand fun, please sprinkle drops in wounds. Straight piece of water. Okay. And Sue's back alive. Heck of a experience point discrepancy, but alright, let's get started. So, Hallbuck, thanks for your help. If you hadn't arrived, we'd all be dead right now. Much as we wanted to, however, there's certainly a time to mourn our dead. Matthias certainly deserves our respect. We're in a desperate situation. His death is a blow I'm not sure we can overcome. Ramella, how can we hope to fight the Lord Warrior? He stole the urn of Butasi. We're powerless against such magic. Think we should give up? Let that stinking pile of bones destroy Tyr and half Athos along with it? Lord Warrior didn't take the urn just to complete some collection, and you can bet his plans include our deaths. I, for one, will die fighting. So, hold on. What is this urn he took? Urn of Butasi is like a keystone for elemental magic. With it, the Lord Warrior will be able to command forces beyond anyone's reckoning. And just what do you think Lord Warrior's plans? Lord Warrior didn't risk himself to steal the urn for nothing. I'd lay odds he plans to release whatever ancient power is confined in it. We may be the opportunity we need. What I understand, the urn of Utasi is unstable and unpredictable. It could be turned against the Lord Warrior if the proper elements were brought together to control it. What do you think the dragon is doing? Urn of Utasi taps boundless forces of the elements. Not even a dragon would willingly test itself against such power. I wonder if that might be the Lord Warrior's prime motive for taking it. It's all well and good. What do we do? Biggest problem is the Urn of Utasi and what the Lord Warrior plans to do with it. Only hope to arm ourselves with artifacts of equal power. References such relics in the secret archives, as well as information which we must now gather at all costs. Other problem is, of course, trying to discover where the Lord Warrior is hiding. Must be somewhere in or near the city. Star Holbuck, on your shoulders rests the most difficult task and dangerous of tasks. Retrieving the relics of elemental magic needed to counter the Lord Warrior's plans. Luckily, we have a head start on these quests. Sylvian already possessed the Cup of Life, an artifact key to the spheres of water. You'll need to talk to her about it. What are the items I need to retrieve? Three you need to get, each attuned to elements of either earth, fire, or air. Namandi is the one who knew the most about these elemental relics, and I've heard him talk of several. Mir's hammer, the lyre of winds, and the fire ruby. But he was captured. We'll have to content ourselves with his research materials. They're kept in the secret archives. How will these items help? Urn of Utasi is unique and is bound and draws energy from all four of the elements. Yet it is not itself attuned to an element. Perhaps the objects of elemental magic, if they are powerful enough, could be used to control the urn, or at least counter it. Where am I supposed to find these items? I fear the knowledge went with Namandi. There may be clues in the secret archives. I believe we have all our tasks now and little time to complete them. I'll see what I can do about discovering the Lord Warrior's hiding place. And Seldura, charge you with retrieving the objects of elemental power. Find represents Fire Ruby, the Lyre of Winds, and Premier's Hammer in the archives. Sylvian will tell you about the Cup of Life. Okay. Great. Wonderful. Hi, Sylvain. Hello, Seldura. I'm glad to see you're taking care of yourself. I was told to ask you about a cup. Thought you might come to ask me for that. Yes, I have the Cup of Life. It's a very powerful relic attuned to the sphere of water. Its healing properties are only the beginnings of its powers. Is the healing font related to the cup? Cup of Life is a spring from which the font's healing waters come. However, the cup cannot refill itself unless it is held within the wards I placed on the font. Okay. What other powers does it possess? Cup of Life is a relic from Atlas's ancient past. Said that the cup is a key to elemental forces far beyond our knowledge. As such, it has the power to affect other magics of the sphere of water like wards. How can the cup help me? Of immediate use, the Cup of Life holds enough water to heal 2 people if it's full. More importantly, though, you will need the cup to vanquish the Lord Warrior. Matthias is certain that his plans involve gathering great elemental forces. Can the cup be refilled? The cup will refill itself if kept in the font for a couple of days. How did you come by the Cup of Life? The druid who taught me my arts entrusted me before he died, telling me that I best know how to use and protect it. I can only guess where he may have gotten it from. And you keep it at the font, right? Cup of Life is hidden inside the healing font. If you examine the font carefully, you can find the false panel. Can I take the cup? Yes, you may take it. In fact, I would insist you take it. Defeating Lord Warrior will save more lives than I could using its water. I implore you, however, keep the cup in your possession at all times. It would be disaster if you would have lost it or fell in the Lord Warrior's hands. So what are you doing? Healing the wounded, or trying to. My strength is tapped, and the wounded cannot wait for me to rest. When a man rolls in pain, unable to talk. Finds cup of life nestled in the false panel beneath the wall. Take the cup. Okay. Party rests. Now, I take the magic axe. All right. Just a regular unmagical axe. Okay. Yeah, let's venture back here again. The Still Sea is considered a devastating environment. Tapestry captures unreasonable beauty to the island amidst all the slits. Regrettably, much of the tapestry is damaged. Skilled Weaver, however, may be able to restore it. Alright, we'll grab it. Bookcase. Scan the books, all aesthetic and interesting. Does find a magic scroll. The cane depicted in tapestry is reminiscent of crimson flowing from moles. In the heart of the cone is a bright pool of lava made of ruby stone in the fabric. Examine the tapestry. Grows dizzy as she stares at the tapestry. She's driven back in the tapestry. Saboholic noticed a curiously etched censer, miniature brazier, woven in the bottom of the tapestry. Look at the rubies. Rubies are of crude quality, though the flaws actually appear to be tiny fires. Touch it. Hands fades in and out as she touches the tapestry, and a warm glow bathes her face. This is a castle, and we have many tapestries. And if you are Austrian, then I am Mickey Mouse. There.
I should pay attention to other matters. Tyr is such a small part of my plans. Yet, these pawns interest me. They seem to know how to play the game.
Sometimes. Okay, someone around here knows a lot about tapestries. Hello, can I help you? Who are you? Santana. I've traveled here in my own sandy ways to sell my goods. A little opportunity to trade outside the city. What are you selling? We refine rug and tapestries. I doubt an adventurer like yourself in much need of my wares, but there are many customers who want rich furnishings for their home interior. Can you mend a magical tapestry? I would be afraid to try. The Jean, however, they make their help. They might be able to help with you. House Mother Tent Maker is the best weaver. Okay. Tell me about the John. John are a race of genies formed out of all four of the elements. I think that's why they're masters of the art. It was they who taught me how to weave. It was their adherence to strict code of honor and respect which attracts me. So different than the harsh people one usually encounters. How do I find them? You will need to take a caravan. Caravan master at the main gate can tell you where the next one is leaving. Okay. Must know a lot about tapestries. Suppose I do. Tapestries, you know, are not always simply ornamental. Magic users often make them into portals to different lands, though that art is seldom seen now. What activated them is surely lost. Okay, goodbye. Hello? Oh, I can't talk when I'm on duty. Caravan Master south. The gates are locked. Hi. Yes, how can I help you? Is there a caravan leaving soon? Right now, or at least it should be leaving within an hour. Caravan gate's still unlocked. You'll probably catch it outside the gate. Sure, they wouldn't mind extra passengers. You telling me about Tyr? Tyr's a marvelous city, the best you'll find anywhere on Atlas. It's also the only city that has no slaves, or even a sorcerer king, which could, say, go hand in hand. Yep. What trouble is Tyr having? Ever since the Calic was killed, it seemed every thug and cut person on Atlas has paid Tyr a visit. They think that without a king, there must not be any law. Yeah. Goodbye. Caravan is ready to live here. Do you go? Yep. That'll be for another time. When we come back, folks. Whew. Fun times. Have a good one.